Good morning to all members. I see that everyone is here. I would like to take a moment to introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Izzat, and I am the chairman of this company. Well, our aim today is to look into new alternatives to solve our immediate problem with Apit Holdings. So, our main objective of this meeting is to equal education opportunity for indigenous children. Besides working very hard to secure contracts and gain profits, we do have a social obligation to carry out. Ms. Secretary, is there any action for today's meeting?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning to each and every one of you. So, before we start, I introduce myself. I am Marisha as a secretary for this meeting. So, first of all, let me call you by one to confirm that you are attending this meeting. All members, please respond when I call your name, okay? So, the first one, financial controller, Mr. Muhammad Shafi, are you there?
Yes, Mr.
Okay,
Secretary.
thank you for respond. Then project leader number one, Mr. Muhammad Faizuddin, are you there?
Yes, Mr. Secretary, I'm here.
Okay, next one, Mr. Muhammad Zainul, are you there too?
Yes, Mr. Secretary.
Okay, thank you for all of you to respond for my questions. So, Mr. Chairman, of all of our meeting member are attending this meeting. We can continue this meeting.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Secretary. And thank you for all being able to attend this special meeting. To start off, let's read the minutes of our last meeting, which was held on December 21, 2022. Let's go over it quickly. To begin, I would like to go through the minutes of our last and previous meeting, which was held on December 20. 5 people attended the meeting and there was no absence. And matter arising there, the new school at Tamparu Sabah will not be ready by May next year. It says here that it was agreed that the present school at Mangatal Sabah is to continue its operation. And we also have hired 2 other companies at Jalan Pandan to do wiring stuff for the school until the new school will be ready in May next year.
Excuse me for interrupting, Mr. Chairman. May I have a word? I think there is a slight mistake with the exact collection of funds. Originally, our previous project needed 500,000 ringgit, but it needs a little additional allocation, which is as much as 550,000 ringgit.
Right. Based on the calculations that have been made, I think we need to add some fund due to the cost of shipping goods to Sabah is a bit expensive.
Oh, I see. Mr. Secretary Arisha, will you take note of that? And thank you, Mr. Shafiq, for highlighting that error. Okay, what about the rest of the minutes?
Okay, I think the rest of the minute is one more error at item 5.1, Mr. Chairman, that the actually date for the implement this project is on 5th July, not on 2nd July. I think that's all the error in this minute.
Okay, please take note, everyone. And is there anything else to be amended?
I think no, Mr. Chairman. I can't find anything more.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Zainul. If that is the case, will someone move that the minutes of the last meeting be accepted?
I propose that the minute be accepted.
I second the motion.
All right, I hereby confirm the minute of the last meeting. If there is nothing else, let's move on to the next item on the agenda. As you all know, we are planning to develop Sekolah Kebangsaan Lor Malung, Kunak, Sabah. And first, our project leader, Mr. Faizuddin, would you like to start?
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman. For your information, our company is collaborating with Sinar Jaya Sendirian Berhad to provide learning materials for indigenous people at their school. As we know, mostly schools in Peninsular Malaysia have Frog VLE. This material helps them to search more information on the internet.
Mr. Faiz, how much the budget needed to install this learning material and how much it takes for the installment to be finished?
After I have discussed with their company representative, the budget have been reduced into 150 ringgit each device, and we will be provide 50 device for the school. The preparation and installment will be done within 2 weeks after the payment have been done.
Sorry, Mr. Faiz. My internet is lagging. So, I cannot quite follow you. Could you go over that again, please?
Alright, Mr. Risha. Perhaps I should make that clearer by saying that the Sinar Jaya Sendirian Berhad has set aside amount of 7,500 ringgit for the device and also for the Frog VLE. However, it will be it will take 2 weeks for them to settle their business. Then, the second project is to provide ICT workshop for them. The purpose of this workshop is to provide early exposure towards technology skills nowadays. This workshop will be held once in a year at their school, so it will be annual program for their school. Did you hear that, Aisha?
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Faiz, regarding of this project, what will they get from the ICT workshop?
Alright, in this ICT workshop, they will learn about Microsoft beginner skill. For example, they will learn how to use Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, and so on. As this skill is very important in the job field nowadays, this workshop will help them in future.
I'm sorry for interrupting you, Mr. Faiz. I feel I must disagree. Why is it only held once a year? They cannot give changes to the indigenous peoples.
Excuse me for interrupting, Mr. Apip. Uh, I I feel the workshop idea from Mr. Faiz is good, but I propose that it be held at least 3 times in a year.
You have a point there, Zainal, Mr. Zainal. All right, Mr. Faiz, thank you for your work. Well done. Mr. Zainal, how about your project? Any update?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman, giving opportunity to handle this project. For your information, sir, our project on upgrading educational equipment is 70% done. We have found a nice seller and have deal with them. Based on the survey that have been made before, the school equipment such as chair and table for the student are in a bad condition. So we will be changing the equipment, especially in the classroom.
Wow, 70%. That's quick.
Mr. Zainul, how about the budget that have been provided by the company? Is it sufficient for this project?
All right, don't worry, Mr. Shafiq. Besides of the company budget then been provided, we also have collect some funds from our business partner, which is Ijat Holding Sindrian Berhad. We have collected about 5,000 ringgit from their company. So there will be no problem on the budget for this project. If I made that clear?
I'm with Mr. Zainal on this. However, I heard from the survey that their school facilities are too bad. For example, their toilet, their field, and so on.
Okay, thank you for reminding me, Mr. Faiz, about the school facilities I'm in charge in this project too. In this project, we will replace the damages item at the toilet, such as toilet bowl, sinks, and lamps. In addition, we will be replacing their goalposts because their goalpost has a little bit rust and the field dress will be cut.
Excuse me, may I interrupt Mr. Zainul? Regarding to the school lab, is there any improvement there?
For the school lab, we will be adding more laboratory equipment in the lab. For example, test tubes, Bunsen burner, and so on.
For that, Mr. Zainul, I I agree with that. I will take note on that. So I think that the item in that school will be replacing. So that's all.
All right, thank you, Mr. Zainal, Mr. Secretary. Good job. Are there any further point that anyone would like to raise?
I have one point, Mr. Chairman. Students at there are having difficulty to go to school. To make it easier for students to go to school every day, we will be providing a bus for them. The bus will cost around 150,000 ringgit. This bus also is free to all students. The trip for this bus is in the morning and after the school time. The bus also will be moving around the residential area, so the parents doesn't have to worry about their children's safety.
You are absolutely right, Sir Shafiq. This transportation project is brilliant and will help the students more.
Yeah, you have point there, Mr. Shafiq and Mr. Faiz. Thank you very much. Is there any other business to discuss? I suggest we go around the table.
I think no.
I think
Okay.
no also, Mr. Chairman.
All right. If there is nothing else, we can draw the meeting to a close. Can we schedule the next meeting, please, Mr. Secretary?
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So to our members, a month from now, will be a meeting on 26th February 2023. The time and venue, will be informed on the agenda meeting on the next time. Okay.
Okay, that's it then. Thank you to all for your attendance, and I declare the meeting closed.
So before we end our meeting, can we take a photograph for our members? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so on. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you for our members. So we'll be seeing on the next meeting. That's all. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.